So today's topic of conversation is, does money make you happy, or does money buy happiness? Hey guys, welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and welcome to Free Talk Friday. I'm not really sure if I'm going to upload this on Friday, but anyway, it's a continuation of the free talks on the weekends. If you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I do usually upload on the daily, and I upload my travel videos every Monday through Thursday and my free talk videos throughout the weekend. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. The reason why I'm bringing up this topic is because I posted a video like a few weeks ago about the cost of living in Chiang Mai, and I did a video of other Southeast Asian countries, but I think I got most of the comments off that video, and I got a couple of comments saying like, oh my gosh, like I spend that much in like a day, like what are you talking about, like that's impossible, blah 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 blah, you know. And further investigation found that these guys, or these people who left the comment, lived different lifestyles than I did, and I did mention in the video it all depends on the type of lifestyle that you want to live. People come down to Thailand and Southeast Asia for a few different reasons. Some people want to do the status quo of drinking, partying, doing drugs, having sex, living it up because, you know, I'm young and this is the only time I can have fun, so let me just like lose my mind now before I have to get a real job type of deal. So, and then people come down here because they want to find peace, serenity, meditate, get healthy, go into nature, like just really indulge in other people's culture and just find like a center, you know what I mean? And then other people come down to Thailand to live like kings because and this is not a put down, they cannot necessarily afford to live like kings from where they are from, wherever state or country they live in. So they come to Thailand, you know, they save up a few months of salary, they come to Thailand and they live it up. They live like they're Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street because they can afford to do those things down in Thailand. You know, it's not a secret that, you know, white Caucasian males get a lot of attention from girls down here, and so they come here, they have all these girls flocking to them, they feel like they're rich, they can party, they can drink, blah 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 blah. So some people come down here to sort of emulate sort of a fantasy or something they've seen in the movies or something they've always wanted to do, whatever. That is not what I've come down here to do. That's not my lifestyle. I like a party, don't get me wrong, I like a good party, but I don't like to party like constantly. That's just not what I want to do. I don't need those things, and that's not a put down. I was just saying like people come down here for different reasons, for different purposes. So those couple of comments didn't really prompt me to make the video. There was one comment in particular that says something on the lines of, I'm paraphrasing here, like, well, of course you don't think money makes you happy because you don't have money, or something like that. And I'm going to go on a mini rant and say, first of all, this person obviously do not know me. They don't know my history and they don't know my life to make that comment, because I've had jobs and I've had offers to have money, and I left my job and I turned that offer down. I used to be a live-in nanny, and live-in means I didn't have any bills, I didn't have any rent, I didn't have any car notes. I got a credit card, I got a car, I got a place to live in a very big nice house, and I got also paid thousands of dollars. I used to be the girl who used to pay for all my friends' dinners and drinks on me. I used to go shopping at the most foofiest malls and buy frivolous clothes and frivolous material. That was me. I left that job because I was unhappy and it's not what I wanted in my life. I left that job because I was content with myself. I also got offered to have a benefactor, and a benefactor, if you don't know, is basically a sugar daddy, but they say benefactor because, I don't know, it sounds better. And also a benefactor is supposed to be also a mentor, I guess, that you sleep with. And so I got offered to get paid. Not this person was gonna pay for my rent, my bills, my car note, everything, and also give me $15,000 a month, and all I had to do is see this guy once or twice a month, and that was it, and I would have been sitting pretty. So this is actually extremely common in LA. LA is very expensive, and a lot of girls have benefactors for sugar daddy situations, and a lot of them can live very comfortably, especially after just doing it for a few years, saving all the money up and investing in something else or whatever. And I turned that down because at the moment it was not because of any moral reasons whatsoever. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Girls do it all the time for free. I said no because honestly, like if you get yourself in those type of situations, you pretty much have to tailor yourself to whatever that person wants. You have to fake it. You have to be something, that perfect person, a perfect ideal woman of what that person wants you to be. And at the time, I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. It didn't, my intuitions were telling me no, like don't go into that. So if I thought money made me happy, then I would have tucked up that position and ignored my intuition. So I understand why this guy said that. It's the same equivalent of if someone isn't socially attractive, and I'm not saying I think someone's ugly, I'm just saying if someone is not considered attractive, and that person who's not considered attractive say something like beauty is only skin deep, beauty is temporary, beauty is really vain or stupid, or it's all about your personality, it's all about what's in here, blah blah blah. A lot of people can say like, of course you think that because you're not considered beautiful. If you were considered beautiful, you probably would be singing a different tune. So I understand why he said that. It's the same equivalent of what I just said. But no, I don't think money makes you happy. I don't think money buys happiness. And I actually think the love of money can be extremely destructive. I think the love of money can make a person extremely selfish, extremely narcissistic. It can isolate your own self. It can actually breed more anxiety, more stress. It can breed depression, and all that stuff is actually the opposite of happiness. So I don't think the love of money and money itself makes anybody happy. Now, do I recognize the fact that money can make life easier? Of course it can. Money definitely can make life a lot easier. Financial stress, like I mentioned in my other video, is one of the biggest stresses that a lot of people deal with in this world. Financial stress can break up families, can break up marriages, can also breed suicidal thoughts, suicide, depression, anger, resentment, like anxiety, and I've also mentioned in other videos that chronic stress and anxiety can be really detrimental to your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health. So yes, having money does make life easier and relieve the stress and anxiety. Thus, you can use money as a tool to help make a space for you to become happier, to make a space for you to give you time to get centered and have a peace of mind, you can find joy in your life. So you can use money as a tool, but money itself does not make someone happy. And that's only if you use the money wisely. How many times have we heard about the lottery winners who won millions upon millions of dollars, and a year to 5 years later either they're broke or they're a lot miserable than they were when they didn't have any money? So it also depends how you spend the money, because that whole saying of more money, more problems is really true. If you spend the money unwisely, it can actually just breed more stress and more anxiety and more resentfulness and more anger. So no, again, money does not itself make somebody happy. It also depends how you use the money. Most people who have a love for money also have a love of possessions, because in this materialistic world we have been breeded and mind controlled, and it's been drilled into our brains that more things make you happier. Before you even come out of your mother's womb, she has magazines and commercials telling her your baby needs all these things to be a healthy, happy baby. And then when you're a toddler, and then when you're a kid, you have all these kids commercials saying you need this Barbie doll, and you need this jewelry, and you need this big boy monster truck or whatever to be happy. And then when you get older, you have designer brands telling you need these designer clothes to be happy. We are constantly being told we need more things, more things, more things, more things to be happy. And so most people who get the money, especially new money, just go spend it on a bunch of shit and a bunch of things. And of course, when you first buy those things, it's gonna make you happy because you've trained your brain now to get a little bit of a high every time you buy something. So you get a little bit of a dopamine rush. But as soon as that dopamine starts to dip again, you're no longer happy. And guess what? You have to buy something else to get that high again. And it's not very sustainable. It's not everlasting. When you are alone, by yourself, no friends, nobody to admire you for all the things that you have, if you are not truly happy in here, then you are still not happy. You just have a lot of shit and you have a lot of money. The truth of the matter is, if I'm a miserable ass cunt now and someone gave me millions of dollars, and I haven't figured out why I'm a miserable ass cunt, then I'm gonna be a miserable ass cunt with $1 million. Does it make me more happier? It gives me more things. I get temporary happiness. I get a little bit of a rush. It maybe relieves some stress because I have less bills to pay, or I'm not behind in bills, or I have less debt. But again, if I'm not truly happy in here, then I'm still not happy. How many times celebrities have to go commit suicide to prove that? That does not make you happy. They had money, they had power, they had admiration, they had love of a million adoring fans, and they still was not happy. They still committed suicide. Suicide is not prejudice against social class. Like, there's tons of rich people that still kill themselves. Money, again, does not make you happy, but money definitely does help relieve a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Depending on how you spend the money, depending on how you use the money as a tool, it definitely can make your life a lot easier. Money can also help you afford experiences, but money is not needed to have amazing experiences. So let's say I had a lot of money. I can go on a Norwegian cruise to Norway and watch the Northern Lights, which I think watching the Northern Lights is probably one of the most breathtaking, one of the most life-satisfying things one person can experience. And because I had the money to do so, I used that money as a tool to help myself have that experience that again fed my soul, fed my emotional, my mental health, fed my happiness, because I got to have this experience. Or let's say I got to stay in the middle of the South African safari or something and watch baby and mother elephants commune with one another, which I love elephants, and I think that that would bring so much joy into my life. And I had them because I used the money as a tool to have that experience. Yes, so money can help you have those experiences, and those experiences can help you bring happiness into your life. But again, if you're still just a miserable ass bitch, no matter what type of experiences you have, you're still gonna be a miserable ass bitch. Like, we've all had that friend that was always just got the bitch face all the time, no matter what's going on, because they're just not internally happy in here. So again, yes, money can be used as a tool, but again, you can still have amazing experiences without any money. So money can help you, and you can use it as a tool to have these amazing experiences, but you don't need money to have amazing experiences. You can still I have amazing experiences all the time when I'm roughing it on the second class train with a fan with all the other budget backpackers. To me, those are some of the best times of my travels, and it's because I didn't have the money to do. I can do a private room on the train. I want to commune with the other travelers. That is a part of my travel. That's what I want to do. I don't necessarily think that every person who's born in money is a selfish, narcissistic bitch or asshole. But I do think there is something that comes with having to actually go through something and build character, to actually have to go through stresses and anxiety, have to go through some ups and downs, have to face some bad times, because I've seen so many people who never really had to have that, like, not appreciate what they have. I think when you have the moments where you didn't have a lot, and then you get the moments when you have a lot, I feel like you appreciate it so much more. And I think gratitude and appreciation is something that brings one happiness. And when I say have a lot, I don't mean material possessions. There's been so many times where I've been on a boat over the most bluest ocean I've ever seen in my life throughout my travels, or been on top of a mountaintop and just this magnificent, like, sunset, and it's like bringing tears to my eyes. And I look over, and like the little girl who just was born into this is typing on her phone, and it means nothing to her. You know, the person who had to struggle to get to see that sunset, the person who had to struggle to get to see the bluest of oceans, is the one who appreciates it more. Gratitude has been proven to breed happiness, to breed a peace of mind. That person who has to go through shit to see that is going to get more out of it than a person who just think it's just another fucking sunset. They're not getting much out of it. And I'm not saying that's everybody that was born into money, but a lot of times when it was just like really easily given to you, you don't appreciate it as much, and you don't get much out of it, so you're not feeding your soul as much as the person who is so grateful for that moment. In conclusion, no, I don't think money itself yourself makes you happy. I didn't think the love of money and the needing of possessions is actually really detrimental to oneself. I think at the end of the day, you will realize that you are not as happy as you were trying to make yourself think you were. It's just an illusion. It's temporary. It's not sustainable. But I do think money can make life so much easier, and because money can help relieve stress and anxiety if you use the money properly, then yes, money can be used to give yourself enough space and enough room to bring happiness in, to be centered, to get a peace of mind, to figure out what you really want in life. I already did a video about this. Is one of the benefits I feel like coming to Southeast Asia, is that it gives me the space to breathe, to exhale, to have a peace of mind, to be centered, and to figure out what I want in life, to learn about me, and to learn about life, and learn about what I want. So yes, I do think money can be used as a tool, but that's only if you use it properly, and that is only if you already are practicing happiness on the inside, if you already have it in here. Also, I believe that most people spend so much time working towards having possessions and material items rather than working on themselves. So even when they get to the point where they possess everything they've ever wanted or wanted to own, and they never spend time actually working on themselves, they can still find that even though they have everything they ever wished for, they're not as happy as they thought all these items and all these things were going to make them be. And saying that, I don't want to put out there that I think there's something wrong with liking is liking a word, or enjoying luxury or enjoying things. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I am not one of those people who think all rich people are evil and stuff like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with liking nice things and enjoying nice things. I enjoy nice things. Again, if someone invited me on their yacht or their Bentley or their private jet, I'm not gonna be like, no thank you. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that'd be nice. I just think having your value, your worth, and your happiness attached to things, that is when it's detrimental, and that is when it's unhealthy. So it's like, yeah, I like going to spas, and I like having nice clothes, and I like going to dinners, but I don't need those things to feel important, to feel relevant. I don't need those things to feel happy or wanted or loved. Like, my godmom used to always say there's a difference between happiness and joy. So happiness is you are only feel that emotion when something happens, and joy is always internal. So I always like to say I have joy, because even if you are stressed out, even if your finances is shit, or even if you are going through something bad, you always still have that joy here inside. So I feel like if you don't have that, no matter how much money, material, or bullshit that you have, if you don't have it in here, then you're never ever going to truly have joy. You may have happiness because it happens temporarily and only happens when something happens, if that makes any sense, but you don't have it internally in here. I definitely feel like you have to be grateful for what you have in front of you before you start asking for more blessings. If you're not grateful for the blessings you have, you can ask for more blessings. So is that saying that I don't want any money? Of course I want money, and that is why I'm spending out this time now working on my passive income, working on my businesses, so I can have more freedom to do and live the life that I want. I'm also want to have more money coming in so I can do other things like go on longer treks or longer hikes in mountains where I don't have to be connected to my computer for long periods of time. I want to be able to go volunteer at different shelters or different orphanages and be disconnected from my computer for long periods of time. I don't have to worry about money because I have passive income coming in. So I have different plans and goals, and yes, I can use money as a tool. But again, if I was internally miserable and sad and broken because something else more deeper, then no matter how much traveling that I do, and no matter how much money I have, if I'm not happy here, then I'm just not going to be happy. I'm going to be chasing after something that I'm never going to get because I haven't fixed it inside of here yet. So again, I don't think money makes you happy. I think here makes you happy, but I do think money can be used as a tool to make life a lot easier. And because your life is easier, if again you use that tool properly, you can give yourself enough space to really build up your sense of peace, your peace of mind, your inner joy, and connection with everything around you, etc., etc., etc. So I'm sorry if I blabbered on a little bit too long, but that was my video. I just tried to squeeze everything I can into this video. Again, there's no hate to the people who commented to me. at all. I'm just explaining myself. If you want to comment, please comment. If you disagree with me or if you agree with me, please comment in the comment section below. Tell me how you guys like these free talk videos, if you want me to keep doing them or if you just want to stick to travel. Don't think I'm going to listen to you if you say stick to travel, but just let me know your opinion. Also, share this video if you want to share it. Like this video if you want to like it. If you want to continue to follow me on this beautiful game called life, please subscribe. And thank you guys from Live, Love, Life, and Travel.